show up in numbers, because when you show up in numbers, it gives humanity to the issues. You know, people don't think that the other side exists. You know, people that are Donald Trump supporters are just like a mythical creature. And then actually seeing them for the first time, it's like, wow, these are people that exist, that believe these ideas. I thought it would be a good idea to host a student protest. And so I threw together a Facebook event, and we did. It was large. It was covered by ABC7. They had like helicopters roaming over the city too, and downtown Loop. I remember the first time I saw a Trump supporter was in mid-primary. You know, no one like that existed around me. I was a very ardent supporter of Bernie Sanders. I signed up for his campaign as soon as I heard his free college, Medicare for all speeches, tax the rich. And there are ideas that I didn't fully understand, and ideas that I knew other liberals weren't fully comprehending. That's what basically drew me away from Republicans, is because they would say their talking points and they would go on and with tons of evidence, and you just get super overwhelmed. There's this guy who's talking about the economy. There's this guy that's talking about equality for all. Which one am I going to get behind if I don't have the facts? And that's who my guy was. And I think this is probably something that was a turning point for me. Disrupting traffic in the downtown area to make everyone's day slower so they could see your sign with profanity against the president. You know, that's when I was like, this isn't doing anything. This really isn't doing anything. I need to go back to looking at the facts and deciding what I am for certain.
Donald Trump is the first true 21st century president. Elections, politics, and communications are forever changed because of him. I'm Joe Valdez.
I remember a friend had sent me a YouTube video by Ben Shapiro asking for my thoughts about it. You know, Ben was just out there about his opinion. So I started looking at other big speakers like Steven Crowder, Milo Yiannopoulos. I make a list of the issues that are most important to me, you know, like immigration, gun control, the economy, jobs. I found time and time again after looking at everything on the list that I was aligning with conservatives more than I was aligning with the liberals. And it was really shocking to me because, you know, I'd been doing liberal activism for 3 years and seeing, you know, for the first time me doing actual research and looking at the other guy's opinion, that I agreed with him more. It had felt like maybe everything I was doing was wrong, and it's actually not good for our country. So, you know, at some point you do feel bad that this is what you've been doing, but now you see that you have an opportunity to change it.
Yes. That wall video, I think it hit 1.1 million.
I actually can't believe that. That is amazing.
I had no idea it would be that big.
And you're a freshman getting into all this stuff.
I don't even have a YouTube.
We haven't had another viewpoint in years and forever. You know, the other viewpoint is always silence. It's always shunned upon in our classes. With conservatives, I found that it's always about the issues. And with liberals, it's always about the hierarchy of victimhood. There are people on their sides that are radicals and will do anything necessary to make sure that conservative ideas aren't spread on campus.
You're a token, you're an Uncle Tom, or more specifically in a lot of my cases what they've told me is that I'm not a real Mexican. Because I don't agree with their identity politics, and therefore the actual ethnicity that I am, I'm not, because I'm not one of them. And conservative.
I think that your average student at the University of Illinois, at the end, they just want their degree. You know, college students especially don't care about political correctness. We will make jokes. We're the generation that created memes. If you have the chance to change U.S. history or change the world's history forever while doing something good for your country, that's something I'd love to get involved in. And I feel like I'm just at the horizon. I'm just arriving to doing something great.